spending the day doing a 4-mile loop hike at Starkey Park. It's the Starkey Park Short Loop Trail. It's about 70 degrees and raining, so at least it's not cold. And we'll try to take some pictures and see what we see along the way.
Yeah.
We just stopped real quick because we have a hawk sitting up on the sign in front of us. Trying to be quiet so we can get some good shots of him before he falls off. All right, we took a little pit stop here to look at this beautiful view. I'm not quite sure why, but it looks like with the rain, a lot of these trees have bubbles coming out of them, so that will be something to look up later when we get home. We found a nice little covered picnic table to have a break, get some snacks. Still raining, but we're having fun, right girls? All right, Sophia is explaining what she would use for homes if she was an animal. So if you were an ant, what would you use for a home?
I would use moss.
Moss. What about if you were a squirrel?
I would use a broken tree branch.
What if you were a wriggly worm?
I would dig a hole.
I love it. What if you were a gnome?
I would build a home.
A gnome home! All right, looks like this might be part of the mountain bike trail, I think, that comes through here. Pretty swampy and muddy. But luckily there's a nice little bridge, so we don't have to go through the puddle.
I think we need to wash our shoes before we go in the car. Yeah, we definitely need to wash our hands before we go in the car.
Pretty short little section in the mud back on the main trail slash road. This is a really pretty section of the trail.
Mom, what are these little circles for?
Beautiful view.
Daddy.
All right, this is a little bit overgrown in the center, but the tracks are pretty clear, so I guess we'll just keep pressing. All right, well, the wind picked up. It's starting to rain again, and we've got this big old puddle to get by. Hopefully we can do it without getting too soaked. Here's our bridge to cross.
Did they make this?
All right, we successfully crossed the puddle. All right, we're a little over halfway, so hopefully the rain doesn't pick up too much, but it's definitely getting darker and windier and definitely feels a little bit colder, but we're still pretty warm here, probably around 70 degrees or so. All right, we've got maybe a little less than a mile to go. It's just slightly drizzling, which is nice. And there's a ton of birds over this way flying all around, which is kind of cool, and we can hear them chirping. So out here at Starkey Park, there's a ton of mountain biking trails, and a lot of the mountain biking trails kind of weave in and out along the hiking trail that we're on. So just off the way from where we are taking a break, we saw this cool bridge for the mountain biking trail. Definitely looks like something that would be fun to do, to come out here sometime and check out all these biking trails. It's so nice how they have all these shelters that were put up by the Boy Scouts. This is probably the third or fourth one that we've stopped at, which is a nice place to sit, get out of the rain, and let the kids relax for a minute and recharge. All right, we've probably got less than a half a mile left. Kids found a squirrel running around the trees, so we're stopping to look at the squirrel. All right, and there is the big fluffy squirrel that the girls found. He's pretty cute. All right, we're just about to the end. They have this nice little section that has some signs with some historical information, a grave site, and evidence that the area to the right was once a pasture in the 1800s.
Welcome to the forest.
We just got back. A 4-mile hike took us about a little over 3 hours, and it rained most of the time, but it wasn't so bad because the temperature wasn't too cold. I think everybody had a good time and stayed dry with our frog togs. Nat?
Subscribe and share. See you next time.